Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Kubota Farm. We're in East Vineland, New Jersey, still in September. Just hanging out with Sean and friends over here. How you doing, Sean? Good to see you, buddy. Figured I'd check real quick on our sheep wool production. I think I moved. Yeah, so we're packing up pretty good. I think by the time wool sales come around, we'll have a decent amount to take over. They agree, apparently. Food-wise, as you know, we are pretty well set for the sheep. Pigs are, well, they're in okay shape. I'd like to see these balanced out a little bit more. But overall, they're doing okay. We also have our bunker silo here, still fermenting. It's at 9%. And last time we saw each other, we were taking care of this grass field. And I went ahead and limed it up. I also fertilized. I thought this was kind of curious. So if you look down there in the right-hand lower corner there, you'll see the pH and the nitrogen are in good shape. Our expected yield right in this area is 99% out of 100. We roam over here a little bit, we'll get an even higher yield. So 123 expected out of 125. That's actually really good. I'm assuming the difference is rolling. I'm not entirely sure what else we can do other than roll. We have to wait for the grass for the first stage of growth to come in, and maybe we'll roll it and see if that bumps that percentage up. Let me know if I'm missing something, but I think it's rolling is all that's the difference there. But then come on over here and look at this area. This corner is weird. You can see here that it wouldn't take fertilizer right through here. And some of these areas, it wouldn't take lime. And if you look in the lower right-hand corner, so no data found, right? 64% out of 100% yield in this corner. And I'm going to assume, even though it looks like we're standing in the corner, that it's still within this field. So I'm not quite sure. It almost looks like the soil sample stops right there. And this doesn't have a soil sample. Now, I don't know. And we own all of this here. I was just trying to figure out a way to get a soil sample to go up through there. We can get a soil sample there, but we can't get a soil sample. Oh, there we go, right there. Look at that. So that will do it, actually. Purchase soil information. Holy cow. There we go. I missed that when I was trying to figure this out. You can almost see the straight line right through there that was there. And now I guess we own the soil sample for it. And our pH and everything's kind of all over the place, but it's kind of nice because we do get a higher expected yield over here. We might as well, this is interesting, so no soil sample here. Let's see, here we go. Oh, I know why I didn't buy a soil sample here, because why would you, it being the parking lot? However, if we buy soil sample there, and there we go again. Well, look at that. I guess I just needed to have you all along to figure that out. Curious. All right. Well, what we can do real quick, since we just planted, let's see if we've got some lime in here. We've got fertilizer. I need just a skosh of lime. Is that a word? A skosh of lime? I need just a skosh of lime. We don't really need to do this necessarily, but I kind of want to now, you know, because it's going to be the one part that doesn't have a very good yield on it. And I'm going to try and buy as little as I can, so 12%. let's check this out now. It should lime up the rest of this, and then we should be able to fertilize the rest of it. Yeah, look at that. I could not figure that out originally. Let's see if I've got a little bit more over here that we can do. No, it looks like, oh, yep. Some there. I'm just going to drive a little bit more around here just to see if there's any other little spots. I think that's it, though. And then we'll grab the fertilizer and bring it over here. And we can fertilize this little corner. Excellent. I think that's it. Outstanding. Well, let's get it fertilized, and then let's check our yields and stuff and see if we're back up to snuff. Well, I apologize. I didn't ask how everybody's doing. It is Thursday, so I know you're doing better than you were Monday. You have to be, right? Because we're getting close to the end of the week. I got some amazing farming simulator news. For me, I don't know if any of you will agree with this, but this made my day. Absolutely made my day. I'm recording this early. I'm recording this Tuesday night, just so you know, so it makes a little more sense. Let me get this fertilizer down, and I will tell you what this exciting news is that you'll all be dying to hear, I'm sure. Are you not going to spread fertilizer? There you go. I would think it would spread fertilizer everywhere that we have lime. Excellent. So yes, it's Tuesday. This is coming out Thursday. I am recording it early because I don't think I'm going to have a chance to record tomorrow night for Thursday, so I kind of wanted to get this taken care of. Okay. I think we've got what we needed. So if we come down, look at that. Green, green, green. I love it. 99 out of 100%. 99 out of 100% and green all across the board. That's what we wanted to see. Outstanding. That's the second best thing that's happened to me today. I don't know. Okay, what's the big news? So, if any of you have watched me play Silver Run Forest, and I have been chatting with a couple other people about this, and this might be a duh moment, Brad, kind of thing, but I'm going to say it anyways. The most difficult thing that I deal with logging, by a long shot, is getting the logs on a trailer, okay? If you're not going to use the auto load containers, and even that can be a hassle, because as much as I think Giants has improved some things, the one thing that is still a thorn in my side is the fact that you can't, when logs are on the ground, okay, the forks you can't get the forks underneath the logs. Makes no sense. That's not reality. Now, I know that there's tricks to this, you know, like, well, if you tilt the forks forward and you and you grab the logs from the top and then squeeze. I've tried all that stuff. It's still a hassle. It's still a pain. It's super annoying. And if any of you have watched my regular farming series, you know that I do kind of what I call the semi-cheat method with baling, where you get a trailer and you still go out in the field with a tractor or a wheel loader or whatever it is you want to use with some bale spikes. You grab the bales, bring them over the trailer, and the auto load, thanks to Loki, universal auto load and the universal auto load extension, it grabs the bales for me and stacks them nice and pretty so I don't have to deal with the frustration of stacking bales on a trailer, because I still think the game needs a lot of improvement when it comes to that kind of stuff. So today I saw Loki. In fact, I'm going to go over here and talk right by Sean. So today Loki updated his universal auto load mod to include all the trailers and any other applicable equipment in the Platinum DLC. So that means now I can do the semi-cheat method of loading logs on a trailer. You can either go full cheat if you call it cheat. It's up to you. I don't know. It's, to me, it's different game styles of play, right? It's not necessarily cheating, but for me, I at least like to give some effort towards it. And now with the universal auto load mod, I can, it's not going to help with getting those stinking logs off the ground, but it is going to make it a lot easier to load them. Now, I do realize, I'm trying to talk and think of what we're going to do next here. I do realize that there is an auto load wood trailer already in the game, and it works pretty good. But the universal auto load mod is awesome. And if you haven't had a chance to give it a look, you really need to. It's absolutely fantastic. So that's the great news I had. Maybe that was underwhelming for a lot of you. I totally understand. I get it. But for me, it made my day, because that's just been a thorn in my side, getting those stinking logs on a trailer. Oh, and there's another mod that came out I wanted to show you real quick. As you can see, I prepped really well for this episode. So this guy right here, I'm thinking is going to be our first production facility, this grain mill, because you can do cracked corn, things like that, you know. So a new mod came out today that I thought was kind of cool, and maybe we'll check it out. You can lease. You can buy, or you can lease. I like that. So if you buy it, it's 96 grand, or you can lease it for $1,000 a day. Now, of course, I'm going to guess if you're playing 30-day months, you might want to buy this. But like us, if we're playing 1-day months, that's 96 months, you know, that you could lease this for $1,000 a day and be even Steven. One thing I need to check is if it's lease to own. I don't think it is. I think it's a pure lease deal. So if you lease it for 12 months and then decide to buy it, that 12 grand is gonzo. You know, you're not going to get that applied to the sale price of the production of the facility. But I thought that was pretty cool. We might actually end up leasing our first facility just to check it out, see how it works. Might be kind of fun to do. Let's head back. Actually, you know what? I think we are good to go here in September. There's really not a lot else we can do. I was looking at the contracts list, and I was considering one of these two baling contracts. And actually, but when I looked at it's 47 and 105. And if you look at the size of 47, 5.81, and 105 is, that can't be right. Did I get the wrong? 47 and, yeah, 105. Okay. Okay, well, looks were deceiving then, because I was looking on the map, and I was looking at field 47, which is over yonder here. That looks like a pretty good sized field, and I was looking at 105 right here. They don't look, there's 47 and there's 105. Don't they look, 47 does look quite a bit bigger, doesn't it? So 105 measures at almost 3.5. And 47 is, yeah, okay. All right. That would definitely explain the difference in price in the contracts too, because I was thinking, man, that's twice as much for that contract. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Do we want to do a baling contract? I know we've done plenty of baling. It seems like we've done, well, we've actually done 2, I think, if maybe 3. I think 2 though. This one does not have the crone. This one actually does not have the crone, which kind of is a bummer. But I do like the fast tracks. But we have that. We have that. We can, I mean, really, we could do this without borrowing equipment. The only thing we'd really want to get is something to, an easier way to maybe drop the bales off. But you know what? Let's not. Let's see what contracts maybe are available for us tomorrow. So let's skip ahead to September, October. Just before we do that, though, I should just take a quick peek. I don't think we have anything that we need to sell in September. Oh man, I forgot we didn't sell. That's right, we saved all of our last silage, didn't we? Ooh, that's good. We've got a ton of straw. Holy cow. We're gonna have to lease. We're gonna have to lease a semi and a large trailer to do our sailing, to do our selling. Sorry, to do our selling this winter, because I don't feel like making 20 trips back and forth with that little trailer we have. Let's go ahead and sleep to October and see what fun is in store for us. So here we are, beautiful October morning. Very, very nice, actually. I love East Vineland in October. I actually like a lot of maps in October. I think they're beautiful. And up north, northern Midwest part that I live in, that's my favorite time of the year as well. Just look how beautiful that is with that kind of that hazy view over there with the tree colors. Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. We should consider buying this at some point too. I kind of have been wanting to do that. If we look at our farmland, we own where our house is, but I think this is where the chickens are. And that's 45 grand. I don't think we can do chickens. I don't think we own, yeah, we do not own the chickens. So $45,000 will buy the rest of this land right here. We can throw some chickens in here. Chickens are pretty easy to maintain. Looks like we've got food and water that we'd have to deal with, or at least food. I don't know if water's given them or if we're going to have to give them water as well. That just shows food, doesn't it? Yeah. Maybe they get water on their own. Interesting. Something to consider. And then if we look at our contracts real quick, yeah, it looks like identical contracts are still available, both baling and these 2 harvesting contracts. Oh, this is a weird one. I'm glad this came up because I saw this when I wasn't recording, and I thought, this is weird. What's the deal here? Grass. Harvest the grass in field 6 and take the product to the grain sell point. Look at this. What you get for harvesting grass. A corn head. Harvest the grass. Corn head. What's going on there? I don't get it. So I went over. That's field 6, right? Oh, field 6 is right there. Okay. Let's hop over to field 6 because I think there is grass on field 6. So here's field 6. The crop is grass. And I actually tried to take, in fact, you know what? Let's just do this. We'll do this live. Oh man, that's got a nice little slope to it, doesn't it? Let's do this live. Let's see what happens. Hopefully my game doesn't crash because I think this is messed up if I'm being honest with you. Oh, hello, farm. So let's say, for instance, I'll set up our point there. And let's say we take this contract. So there's something's got to be broken here. Field 6, grass. I'm going to accept the contract and I'm going to borrow the items. The leased machines are waiting for you at the shop. Remember to fill the tools if needed. No machines were delivered. Didn't get any errors in the log. Okay. And the machines were not delivered to the shop. If you're wondering, maybe they were delivered to the shop and you're just not seeing them. They were not delivered to the shop either. So clearly there is something going on with this grass contract that's very, very odd. And if we go over to field 86, so I don't know, maybe the game just thinks there should be a different crop in there or what. I have no idea. 86 again has grass. We'll set up our delivery point. We'll borrow the items. Says fine, not there. Contract is gone. And they are not going to be at the shop. We'll go back to the shop just to make sure I'm not crazy. And equipment was not delivered to the shop either. So, excuse me, I don't get it. I don't get it. And the only thing that it reminded me of was, if you look here, oh, I added the Platinum DLC, so we're going to see a lot of these things from the Platinum pack. But if we scroll up, the game by default has 2 grass listings, if I remember correctly. And I never quite understood that either. I just remembered what I was supposed to look. Here. Grass and grass. And that looks like that grass is, what, the meadow grass, would you say? And that grass is planted? Wow, no way. Look at this. If that's true, every field on the map right now is grass. Ha! That's hilarious. I didn't even notice that. Wow, East Vineland is a grass county. Look at that. I've never seen that before. Man, it's a first. It's a Thanksgiving miracle. Well, post-Thanksgiving. All right, I'm sure you're all like, Brad, let's get a move on. Sorry, I know I'm just getting a little bit sidetracked, but some of this stuff I find interesting. I don't understand, but you know what? That's all good. Oh, our grass is starting to come in nicely, so that's excellent. So now I got to ask, do we want to roll it? 88% on that. We can rent a roller, or lease a roller, actually. I think we're going to, and just see if we can get that last 2%. And over yonder there, I think it was 99 out of 100 or something like that, to see if we can get our last percentages out of this thing. Because if we can't, I don't know how else to get those last percentages unless I missed something somewhere, which I don't think I did. So we need to go to our grassland. Where's our grassland care? Grassland care, grassland care. How many horsepower does this take? 100? Oh, that's not bad. Oh. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I ever really paid attention to this little guy. All right, well, we're going to lease this. Standard configuration with a seeder. Nope, we don't need a seeder. But we do just want to lease it. And which Kubota should we use? I think the M6 will actually do quite nicely. What are you doing over here? You're the... let's just use the M8. I haven't put the dualies back on it and stuff, and we'll just go with the most power we can, right? I do love mornings on East Vineland. Very, very pretty map for morning time, for sure. I should eventually throw on the what is it, the Mandacos, the other grassland, or the other grass rollers, the larger ones, but I think they might take a little more horsepower than what we have available. All right, well, let's get to rolling. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a lap around. Now this is going to, as you know, when you roll grass, sets it back a growth stage. But supposedly yields are better, so I want to check something here real quick. So we're on the second growth stage, then there'll be a third, and then it'll be full harvest. Now it switched it back to 1 of 3 instead of 2 of 3, but notice our expected yield didn't go up. And I'm wondering if that will change tomorrow, next month, when this grows. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I just don't know what else we can do to get that little bit of additional yield that's missing. We limed, we fertilized, technically we weeded and planted at the same time. It doesn't need to be plowed. We got rid of the plow state. Yeah. You don't own this land. Well, we know. Oops, didn't want to do that. I suppose I could set up a course play course for this. It'd be a little bit more, might be kind of nice actually, because this isn't the most exciting work in the world. Rolling grass. So a couple little neat mods. Yeah, I was kind of geeked about the auto load. I thought the lease was cool for production facilities. I'm actually kind of surprised that that actually wasn't already available. It seems kind of like, oh yeah, that makes sense. You should be able to lease, you know, buildings. We can lease vehicles. Is there a farmland lease available? I forget if there's a farmland lease mod now. I know there's a couple different mods for land. One of them being the prices adjust, I guess, depending on different variables. I don't know if there's an auction one anymore. There used to be an auction, farmland auction mod that was out in previous versions. I don't know if that's come out yet for 22 or not. If I remember that mod correctly, it was kind of neat at first, but it kind of got to be a little because you could tell that it was very I don't know, I want to say like computer generated, which is kind of obvious, but do you know what I mean? It was very fixed variable, so you could almost always tell what you were going to get the price of the land for, even though, you know, it was supposed to be, you know, different. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. You know what we're going to do? You know what we're going to do. We're going to try course play. Let's open the field generator. Number of headlands, 5. Well, okay. Start work on center. Headland corners round is fine. Let's generate a course. Let's see what it looks like here. So it's kind of going to miss, but we'll be able to make up for the rest of that though. Yeah, let's do it. First waypoint. Starting point's right there. Gonna do a little lap-de-loo around. You're gonna start that way. Let's see what he does here. Come on now. There you go. Very nice. Let's take a look at this course. Yeah, we'll have to do our corner over there. But actually, I think this is going to do a pretty good job for us. Like I said, I'll be curious to see what this ends up doing for our growth yield potential. I'm a little skeptical about it, if I'm being honest. I'm a little skeptical, but we'll find out. We'll just find out. Let's check our silage bunker one more time. I think we're probably going to call this an episode. We didn't get a whole lot done, did we? 88%. I think we'll also end up leasing a wheel loader for this. It's just a lot faster than using the little Kubota. And the little bucket can take quite a while. Let's take a look and see if there's any wool over here we need to move around. Whoa, that was the wrong button. Nothing to see here, Sean. Nothing to see here. Let's get this parked away. That'll work. Get this parked away. Oh, our shovel. Excellent day. I always like turning that off. It's gotten me in trouble before when I forget to disable superpowers. Let's go check one more thing, and I think we'll call this an episode. I know I apologize, not a lot got done this time. Boy, this grass is getting tall, isn't it? Dang. Let's go ahead and wash up our Kubota. We'll check maintenance on it. I was meaning to get this spreader washed anyways. Get down in all those little crevices down there. Oh, and speaking of that auto load mod too from Loki, he also mentioned that he has made it Pumps and Hoses DLC compatible. I'm not exactly sure what has been added that would apply to the Pumps and Hoses pack, but that was also mentioned too. We need a little open bay. It looks like we might have to just stick with this one right up here. Get her backed in, put away. Boy, excuse me, I'm sorry. My apologies, that snuck up on me. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for this edition of Kubota Farms. I'm going to let our little friend continue on their merry way getting the grass rolled out. And next time we get together, this should be taken care of, and I think we'll work on getting that bunker silo emptied out. We'll definitely have it fully fermented. It looks like no new contracts are waiting for us, so I think that's going to do it. Thanks, everyone, for joining me again. I apologize. This was mostly a yap episode, but we're getting close to winter, and I think we're going to have a lot of sales, and I think our money's going to go up, and we'll be able to do some spending, maybe expand our farmland out a bit. That'll be kind of nice. So stop by if you have a chance tonight for Throwback Thursday. Had a lot of fun making that one, so hopefully if you have a chance, would love to see you there. Otherwise, I will see you back here on East Vineland Friday morning. Thanks everyone again for joining me. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Most importantly, of course, let's take care of each other. And I'll see you all real soon.